All right, so talking specifically about the airframe and the fuselage. So the purpose of the airframe is to keep all the parts needed to complete the desired mission organized, functional, and protected, right? We can structure the fuselage of a UAV the same way. We can structure that UAV so that we have to cram all the components in there. So if we have to work on one thing, we have to tear everything apart. Or we can structure that airframe so that when we think about all the little parts going in it, we can lay it out in a nice organized way. We also want to keep the dust off of that stuff, and we want to think, well, if the airframe costs $5, all the components inside of it cost about $5,000. So sometimes we want to develop or design that airframe so that if it crashes, it's going to protect some of the components within it. And that goes for a payload as well. All right, so we talked about airframe structure in Module 2, and again, just as an reminder, multi-rotor, we're going to have nice precision flight. They're easy to maneuver, but they are expensive when it comes to energy, right? Because we're relying purely on thrust to gain flight, so all of our energy has to be constantly used to maintain thrust. Fixed wing, we're going to rely a little bit more on the four forces of flight, so we're going to have a little bit better battery life. But the sacrifice is we need somewhere to take off and land from so that we can give it thrust and then take some time to energize those our four forces so we can gain flight. And then we need something to come in and land, or we need some sort of expensive system that allows us to land in a small recovery zone. And then we have the hybrid, or the vertical takeoff and landing. So we have advantages and disadvantages of both multi-rotor and fixed wing, but our disadvantage here is that we have a little bit more technology, more things that can break, more moving parts. So we have to rely more on a little bit of technology to get these vertical takeoff and aircraft landing or aircraft working. All right, and then so materials. Materials have a lot to do with how a UAV fuselage is created, and also the other way around. So we may choose our material based on what we need that UAV structure to look like, all right? But lots of different types of materials. I throw some common ones out here. Carbon fiber for frames and bays, styrofoam for fixed wing aircraft. This is mostly for fixed wing because we can shape wings and stuff. And I'll actually talk a little bit more about each of these materials in a second here. Plastic has become very popular because it's flexible, very cheap, and we can meld it in a lot of different shapes, mostly for small aircraft. And then we have a lot of other materials that are a little more rare, like for rare vehicles, but also used largely in the industry, so metal, wood, all the above. One of the examples videos I'll have in this module will have you look at a UAV that uses all kinds of material, rope and tape and other stuff to actually make a pretty reliable and pretty nice UAV. All right, so and I just give you a couple images here to like, well, what are you talking about? What does a fuselage look like? Styrofoam, pretty popular for fixed wing because of its affordability, flexibility, really lightweight, repairable, exchangeable. Here this is that example where you could have a fuselage that really costs a few dollars or less than $100, and the stuff in it can be worth thousands, or the payload can be worth 10 to 20 times the cost of the airframe itself. And we have some carbon fiber here, real popular for bigger rotor wings or small racing drones. Very often use some carbon fiber frame stuff because it's lightweight, very, very tough. So You know, a carbon frame can survive a couple crashes. Typically what breaks are the joints, so you can usually use the majority of what your frame is to, you know, splice it back together. And then this last figure, I really just want to throw it out there because I want you guys to, you know, think about there's everything under the sun here, you know, for UAVs. And, you know, just when you think you've thought of everything, you know, all that really means is you're not digging deep enough, all right? And so these cool UAV frame, Star Wars UAV frames, really just ready for some motors and some other components to get